head held high, and the world appreciates India's that elders who had fought for India's independence will this endeavors way forward. Our focus on wide-ranging reforms and sound policies का प्रयास resulting in Jan Bhagidari and targeted support to those in need helped us perform well in trying times. India's rising global profile is because of the several accomplishments, unique world-class digital public infrastructure. Example, Aadhaar, COVID, PI, COVID vaccination drive, in unparalleled scale and speed. Proactive role in frontier areas such as achieving the climate-related goals, mission life, and national hydrogen mission. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we and priority households for the next 1 year. 2 crore will be borne by the central government. In these times of the government's efforts since 2014 have ensured for all citizens a better quality of life and life of dignity. The per income has more than doubled to 1.97 lakh rupees. In these 9 years, the Indian has to the world. We have significantly improved our as well as an innovative country with a conducive environment for business as reflected in several global indices. We have made a significant progress in many sustainable development goals. The economy has become a lot more formalized as reflected in the EPFO membership, more than doubling to 27 crore and rupees 7,400 crore digital payment of 106 crore rupees through UPI in 2022. The efficient implementation schemes with universalization of target benefits has resulted in inclusive development. Some of the schemes are 11.7 crore household toilets under Swachh Bharat mission, which is achieved, 9.6 crore LPG connections under Ujjwala, 247.8 crore PM Jan Dhan bank accounts, insurance cover for 46 crore persons under PM Suraksha Bima and PM Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, and cash transfer of 211.4 crore to over 11. Our vision for the Amritkal includes technology-driven and knowledge-based economy with strong public finances and a robust financial sector. To achieve this, Jan Bhagidari through Sabka Saath, Sabka Prayas is essential. The economic agenda for achieving this vision focuses on three things. First, facilitating ample opportunities to the youth. To care as second, strong job creation and strengthening macroeconomic stability. To service these focus areas in our journey to India at 100, we believe that the opportunity for Mitkal, economic empowerment of women, Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Mission has achieved remarkable success by mobilizing rural women into 81 lakh self-help groups. We will enable these groups to reach the next stage of economic empowerment through formation of large user enterprises or collectives, with each having several thousand members and managed professionally. They will be helped with raw materials supply and for better design, quality, branding, and marketing of their products. Through supporting these policies, be enabled to scale up their operations to serve the large consumer markets, as has been the case with the several startups growing into unicorns. PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman, PM Vikas. For centuries, traditional art who work with their hands using tools have brought renown for India. They're generally referred to as Vishwakarma. The art and the handicraft created by them represent Atmanirbhar Bharat. For the first time, package for them has been conceptualized. The new scheme will improve quality, scale, and reach of their products into the value chain. The components of the scheme will include not only financial support, but also access to advanced skill training, knowledge of modern digital techniques, and efficient green technologies, brand promotion, linkage with local and global markets, digital payments, and social security. This will greatly benefit the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, OBCs, women, and people belonging to the weaker sections. Tourism. The country offers immense attraction for domestic as well as foreign tourists. There is a large potential to be tapped in tourism. The sector holds huge opportunity for jobs and entrepreneurship for youth in particular. Promotion of tourism will be taken up on mission mode with active participation of states, convergence of government programs, and public-private partnerships. Green growth. We are implementing many programs for green fuel, green energy, green farming, green mobility, green buildings, and green equipment, and policies for efficient use of energy across various economic sectors. These green growth efforts help in reducing large-scale green job opportunities. Priorities of this budget. The budget adopts the following 7 priorities. They complement each other and act as the Saptarishi guiding us through the Amritkal. Inclusive development, reaching the last mile, infrastructure and investment, unleashing the potential, green growth, youth power, and financial sector. I now speak on the priority number 1, inclusive development. The government's philosophy of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas has facilitated inclusive development covering in specific farmers, women, youth, OBCs, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, Divyajan, and economically weaker sections, and overall priority for the underprivileged. Vanchiton ko variyata. There has also been a sustained focus on Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, and the Northeast. This budget builds on those efforts. Digital public infrastructure for agriculture. Digital public infrastructure for agriculture will be built as an open source, open standard, and interoperable public good. This will enable inclusive farmer-centric solutions through relevant information services for crop planning and health, improved access to farm inputs, credit and insurance, help for crop estimation, market intelligence, and support for growth of agri-tech industry and startups. An an agriculture accelerator fund. An agriculture accelerator fund will be set up to encourage agri-startups by young entrepreneurs in rural areas. The fund will aim at bringing innovative and affordable solutions for challenges faced by farmers. It will also bring in modern technologies to transform agriculture practices, equity, and profitability. To enhance the productivity of extra long staple cotton, we will adopt a cluster-based and value chain approach through public-private partnerships. This will mean collaboration between farmers, services, linkages. We will not quality planting material for high-value horticultural crops at an outlay of 2,200 crores. Global hub for millets, which are Sri Anna. India is the forefront. India is at the forefront of popularizing millets, whose consumption furthers nutrition, security, and welfare of farmers, said the Honorable Prime Minister. We are the largest producer and second largest exporter of Sri Anna in the world. We grow several types of Sri Anna, such as Sri Anna Jowar, Sri Anna Ragi, Sri Anna Bajra, Sri Anna Kutu, Danangni Ki Kodo, China, and Sama. Of health benefits and acknowledged with pride in contributing to the health of fellow citizens by growing Sri Anna. Now, to make India a global hub for Sri Anna, the Indian Institute of Millet Research, ideally Indian Institute of the Sri Anna Research, Hyderabad, will be supported as the center of excellence for sharing best practices, research, and technologies at the international level. The agricultural credit target will be increased to 20 lakh crores with focus on animal husbandry, dairy, and fisheries. We will launch a new sub-scheme of PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, which is an existing scheme, but we launch a new 1,000 crores to improve value chain efficiencies and Samriddhi. 1,000 primary agricultural credit societies with an investment of 2,560 crores, 2,500. Consultation with all the stakeholders and the states, model bylaws for PES were formulated, enabling them to CS, a national cooperative database mapping of cooperative societies. With this backdrop, we will implement a plan to set up massive decentralized storage capacity. This will help farmers store their produce and realize remunerative prices through sale at appropriate times. The government also facilitates cooperative societies in uncovered health, education, and skilling. 104 established in co-location, 57 medical colleges established since 2014. Awareness creation, universal screening of 7 crores years, and counseling through collaborative private medical college funds for encouraging collaborative research and a pharma program to promote research and innovation in pharmaceuticals will be taken up through of excellence. We shall also encourage industry to invest in research and development in specific priority areas. For in existing institutions to ensure available skilled manpower for futuristic medical technologies, high research, innovative pedagogy, curriculum, professional development, surveys, and ICT implementation. District training will be developed as vibrant institutes of excellence for this purpose. National Digital Library for children and adolescents. A national digital library for children and adolescents will be set up facilitating availability of books across geographies, genres, and levels, and for accessing the National Digital Libraries. Additionally, to build a culture National Book Trust, the Children's Book Trust, and other sources will be encouraged to provide and replenish non-curricular titles in regional languages and in English to these physical libraries. Collaboration with NGOs that work will also be a part of this initiative. Financial organizations provide age-appropriate reading material to these libraries. I move to priority 2, reaching the last mile. Prime Minister Vajpayee's government had formed the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and the Department of Development of Northeast Region. Sharp focused on reaching the last mile, our government has formed the ministries of Ayush, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Jal Shakti, and Cooperation. Building on the success of the Asset Districts program, the government has recently launched the Asset program covering 500 blocks for saturation across multiple domains, such as health, nutrition, education, agriculture, water resources, financial inclusion, skill development, and basic infrastructure. Manya Speaker, sir, Pradhan Mantri PBTG, which is Primitive Vulnerable Tribal Groups Development Mission, is being launched. Groups, the PBTGs as we refer them to. Pradhan Mantri PBTG Development Mission will be PBTG families and habitations with safe, clean drinking water and sanitation, improved access to education, health, nutrition, road and telecom connectivity, and sustainable livelihood opportunity. 1,000 crores will be made available to implement the mission in the next 3 years under the Development Action Plan tribes. Ekalavya Model Residential School. In the next 3 years, Center will recruit 38,000 support for the 740 Ekalavya Model Residential Schools, which is serving 3.5 lakh tribal students. In the drought-prone central regions of Karnataka, centers of 5,300 crore will be given to Upper Bhadra project to provide sustainable micro irrigation and filling up of surface tanks for drinking water. Yojana. The out Yojana enhances poor crores. Bharat shared repository of inscriptions will be set up in a digital with digitization of 1 lakh ancient form of prisoners. The poor persons provided. Priority number 3, infrastructure and investment. Investments in infrastructure and productive capacity have a large multiplier impact on growth after the pandemic. Again, the budget takes the lead once again to ramp up the virtuous cycle of investment and job creation. Honorable Speaker, sir, the capital investment out for which would be which would be 3.8. This will almost be 3 times the outlay made in 2019-20. To enhance growth potential and job creation, crowd in private investments and provide a investment is complemented by the provision made for creation of capital assets through grants and aids to state. The effective capital expected of SEN is at 13.7 lakh crore rupees, which will be 4.5% of GDP. Support to state governments for capital investment. I have decided to continue the 50-year interest-free loan to state governments to incentivize them for complementary policies actions with a significantly enhanced outlay of 1.3 lakh crore. Secretariat, stakeholders for more private investment in infrastructure, including railways, roads, urban infrastructure, and power, which are predominantly depend on public resources. The harmonized master list of infrastructure will be reviewed by an expert committee for identification and financing framework for Amartkal. Capital outlay. I'm talking about railways now, sir, Honorable Speaker. Railways. 0 lakh crores has been provided for the railway. Ever outlay is about 9 times the outlay made in 2013-14. Activity for ports, coal, steel, fertilizer, and food grain sectors have been identified. They will be taken up on priority with investment of 75,000 crores, 50 additional airports, heliports, aerodromes, and advanced landing grounds will be revived for improving regional sustainable cities for tomorrow. States and cities urban planning reforms, resources, adequate resources for urban infrastructure, transit-oriented development, enhanced availability and affordability of urban land and opportunities for all. Through property tax governance reforms and ring fencing user charges on urban infrastructure, cities will be incentivized to improve their creditworthiness for like the RIDF, an urban infrastructure development fund will be established through use of priority sector lending shortfall. This will be managed by the National Housing Bank and will be used by public agencies to create urban in tier 2 and from the grants of the 15 Finance Commission while 10,000 crore rupees per annum for this purpose. All cities and towns will be enabled for 100% mechanical desludging of septic tanks and sewers to transition from manhole to machine hole mode. Of dry and wet waste. Honorable Speaker, sir, Prime Minister had said, good governance is the key to a nation's progress. Our government is committed and accountable administration works and Mission Karma Yogi. Under Mission Karma Yogi, territories are making and implementing capacity building plans for civil servants. The government has also launched an integrated online training program, I Got Karma Yogi, to provide continuing opportunities for lakhs of government employees to upgrade their skills and facilitate people-centric approach. Enhancing ease of doing business more than legal provisions have been decriminalized. For furthering the trust-based governance, we have introduced the Jan Vishwas Bill to amend 42 Central Acts. This budget proposes a series of measures to unleash the potential of our economy. Centers of Excellence for Artificial Intelligence. For realizing the vision of Make AI in India, AI for India, 3 Center of Excellence for Artificial will be in research, development, and scale health, and this will galvanize an effective AI ecosystem and nurture quality human resources in the field. Data governance policy to unleash innovation and research by startups and academia data governance policy will be brought out to enable access to anonymized data. The policy process will be simplified, adopting a risk-based instead of one-sided approach. The financial sector regulators will encourage full to need digital India. One-stop solution for identity and address government agencies, regulators, and regulated entities will be established using DigiLocker service and Aadhaar as foundational identity. Speaker, sir, common business identifier for the business establishments required to have a permanent account number. The PAN will be used as the common identifier for all digital systems of specified government agencies. This will bring ease of business, will be through mandate submission to such filing of information or return in simple forms on a common portal will be shared with other agencies as per the file size. Vivad se Vishwas MSMEs during the COVID period. 95% of the forfeited amount relating to the bid or performance security will be returned to them by government and government undertakings. This will provide This will provide relief to the MSMEs. With this to settle contract disputes, award is under challenge in a court, a voluntary settlement scheme with standardized terms will be introduced. This will be done by offering graded settlement terms depending on pendency level of the dispute. The state support mission of Niti Aayog will be continued for 3 years for our collective efforts towards national priorities. Result-based finance to class resource for development. The financing of such schemes will be changed on a pilot basis from input-based to result-based. E-courts. For efficient administration of justice. Phase 3 of e-courts projects phase 3 of the e-courts project will be launched with an outlay of 7,000 crores. Jandan Yojana and UPI to enable more fintech innovative services. The scope of documents available in DigiLocker for individuals will be expanded. And entity DigiLocker will be set up for the use by MSMEs, large businesses, and also charitable trusts. This will be towards storing and sharing documents online securely whenever needed. Various authorities, regulators, banks, and other business entities. 5G services. 100 labs for developing applications using 5G services will be set up in engineering institutions to realize a new range of opportunities, business models, and employment potential. The labs will cover, among others, applications such as precision farming, intelligent transport systems, and healthcare applications. Lab-grown diamonds. Lab-grown diamonds, technology and innovation-driven emerging sector with high employment potential. Environment-friendly diamonds which have optically and chemically same properties as natural diamonds. To encourage indigenous production of LGD, lab-grown diamond seeds and machines, and to reduce import dependency, research and development grant will be provided to one of the IITs for 5 years. To reduce the cost of production, a proposal to review the custom duty on LGD seeds will be indicated in Part B of the speech. Priority. Because of green growth. Honorable the vision of life or lifestyle environment to spur a movement of environmentally conscious lifestyle. India is moving forward firmly for the carbon emission by 2060 to usher in green industrial and economic transition. This budget builds on our focus on green growth. The recently launched National Green Hydrogen Mission with an 100 crores transition of the economy to low carbon intensity, reduce in dependence on fossil fuel imports, and make the country assume technology and market leadership in this sunrise sector. Our target is to reach an annual production of 5 MMT by 2030. 55,000 crore priority capital investment and net zero objectives and energy security by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. To steer the economy on sustainable development path, battery energy storage systems with capacity of 4,000 MWH will be supported with viability gap funding. A detailed framework for pump storage will also be formulated. Renewable energy evacuation. The interstate transmission system for evacuation and grid integration of 13 gigawatt renewable energy from Ladakh will be constructed with investment of 20,700 crore, including central support of 1,300 crores. Green For encouraging behavioral change, a green credit will be notified under the Environment Protection Act. This will incentivize environmentally sustainable and responsive actions by companies, individuals, and local bodies, and help mobilize additional resources for such activities. And union territories, alternative fertilizers, and balanced use of chemical fertilizers. Go Bardhan scheme. 500 new waste to wealth plans under Go Bardhan, galvanizing organic agro resources done. Go Bardhan scheme will be established for promoting circular economy. These will include two gas plants, areas, and new plants at a total investment of 10 crores. I will refer to the CBG organizations marketing natural and biogas for collection of biomass and distribution of biomanure. Appropriate fiscal support will also be provided. Bharatiya Prakritik Kheti Bio Input Resource Centers. Over the next 3 years, we will facilitate 1 crore farmers to manufacturing network. Mishti. Mangrove initiative for shoreline habitats and tangible incomes. Mishti will be taken up for mangrove plantation along the coastline and on salt pan lands wherever feasible through convergence between Manrega, Campa Fund and other sources. Amrit Dharohar. Wetlands are vital ecosystems which sustain biological diversity. In his latest Mann Ki Baat, the Prime Minister said, now, I quote, now the total number of Ramsar sites in our country has increased to 275, whereas before 2014, there were only 26, unquote. Local communities have always been at the forefront of conservation efforts. The government will promote their unique conservation values through Amrit Dharohar, a scheme that will be implemented over the next 3 years to encourage optimal use of wetlands and enhance biodiversity, carbon stock, ecotourism opportunities, and income generation for local communities. Coastal shipping. Coastal shipping will be promoted as the energy efficient and low cost mode of transport, both for passengers and freight, through PPP mode with viability gap funding. Vehicle replacement is a continuing policy, replacing the old political, I know, replacing, absolutely, thank you, replacing old polluting vehicles. May be applicable, right? In furtherance of scrapping policy mentioned in Budget 21-22, I have funds to scrap old government. Move to priority 6, youth power. To empower youth and help the Amrit PD realize their dreams, we have formulated the national education policy, which is in its scope, but one of the things is also to focus on skilling, adopted economic policies that facilitate job creation at scale and have supported business opportunities. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0 will be launched to skill lakhs of youth within the next 3 years. On-job training, industry partnership, and alignment of courses with needs of industry will be emphasized. The scheme will also cover new age courses for Industry 4.0 like coding, AI, robotics, mechatronics, IoT, 3D printing, drones, and other soft skills. To skill youth for international opportunities, 30 Skill India international centers will be set up across different states. The digital ecosystem for skilling will be further expanded with the launch of a unified Skill India digital platform for enabling demand-based formal skilling, linking with employers, including MSMEs, and facilitating access to entrepreneurship schemes. It provides support to 47 lakh youths in 3 years, direct benefit transfer under a pan-India national apprenticeship promotion scheme will be rolled out. Tourism. Honorable Speaker, sir, with an integrated approach. At least 50 destinations will be selected through challenge mode. In addition, connectivity, tourist guides, high standards for food streets, and tourist security, all the relevant aspects would be made available on an app to enhance tourist experience. Every destination would be developed as a complete package. The of them would be of domestic as well as foreign tourists. Sector-specific skilling and entrepreneurship development will be dovetailed to achieve the objectives of Dekho Apna Desh initiative. This was launched as an appeal by the Honorable Prime Minister to the middle class to prefer domestic tourism over international tourism. The integrated development of theme-based tourist circuits, the Swadesh Darshan scheme, was also launched. Under the Vibrant Villages program, tourism infrastructure and amenities will be facilitated in border villages. Unity Mall. States will be encouraged to set up a Unity Mall in their state capital or most prominent tourism center or the financial capital for promotion and sale of their one district, one product and GI products and handicraft products, and for providing space for such products of all other states as well. Sir, priority number 7, financial sector. Our reforms in the financial sector and innovative use have led financial scale, better and faster service delivery, ease of access to credit, and participation finance. This budget proposes to further these measures. Credit guarantee for MSMEs. Last year, I proposed revamping of the credit guarantee scheme for the MSMEs. I am happy to announce revamped scheme will take effect 20,000. This additional total free guarantee guaranteed credit of lakh crores of rupees. Further, the cost of credit will be reduced by about 1%. A national financial information registry will be set up to serve as a central repository of financial and ancillary information. This will facilitate efficient flow of credit, promote financial inclusion, and foster financial stability. This credit public infrastructure and will be designed in consultation with the RBI. To meet the needs of Amritkal and to facilitate optimum regulation in the financial sector, public consultation, as necessary and feasible, will be brought to the process of regulation and actions. To simplify, to ease, and to reduce cost of compliance, financial sector regulators will be requested to carry out a comprehensive review of existing regulations. For this, they will consider suggestions from public and regulated entities. Time limits to decide the and various to enhance business activities in GIFT IFSC. The following is taken. Delegating powers under the SEZ Act to the IFSCA to avoid dual regulation. Setting up a single window IT system for registration and approval of IFSCA, SEZ authorities, GSTN, RBI, SEBI, and IRDAI, permitting acquisition financing by IFSC banking units of foreign banks. Establishing a subsidiary of Exim Bank for trade refinancing. Amending IFSCA Act for statutory provisions for arbitration and services and avoiding dual regulation under the SEZ Act and recognition of derivative instruments valid tracks. Speaker, sir, data embassy. For countries look for digital continuity solutions, we will facilitate setting up of their data embassies in GIFT IFSC. Improving governance and investor protection in banking sector. To improve governance and investors protection, certain amendments the Banking Companies Act and the Reserve Bank of India Act are being proposed. Capacity building in securities market. Honorable Speaker, sir, to build capacity of functionaries in the securities market, SEBI will be empowered to develop regular non-application in the national securities market. Recognize central data processing, a central processing center will be set up for faster response to companies through centralized handling of various forms filed with field officers under the Companies Act. Reclaiming of shares and dividends. For investors to reclaim unclaimed shares and unpaid dividends from the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority with ease, from the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority with ease, an integrated IT portal will be established. Digital payments continue to find wide acceptance. In 2022, they show an increase of 76% in transaction and 91% in value. Fiscal support for this digital public infrastructure will continue in 2023-2024. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Mahila for one time, new small savings scheme, Mahila Samman Savings Patra or Savings Certificate, Mahila Samman Savings Certificate will be made available for a 2-year period up to March 2025. This will offer deposit facility up to 2 lakh in the name of a woman, girls, for a tenure of 2 years at fixed interest rate of 7.5% with partial withdrawal option. Senior citizens, the maximum deposit limit for senior citizens will be limit for monthly income account scheme will be enhanced from 4.5 lakh to 9 lakh for single account and from 9 lakh to 15 lakh joint account. Speaker, sir, management. 50 years interest-free loan to states. The entire 50-year loan to states spent on capital expenditure within 2024. Most of this will be at the discretion of the states, but a part will be conditional on states increasing their actual capital expenditure. Parts of the outlay will also be linked to or old government vehicles, urban planning reforms and actions, financing reforms in urban local bodies to make them credit worthy for municipal bonds, housing for police personnel above or as part of the police station, constructing unity malls, children and adolescent libraries and digital infrastructure, and state share of capital expenditure of central schemes. Honorable Speaker, sir, fiscal deficit of states. States will be allowed a fiscal deficit of 3.5% of GSDP, of which 0.5 estimates 2022 to 2020. The revised, Honorable Speaker, sir, of the receipts, other than borrowing, is 24.3 lakh 9 lakh crores. The revised estimate 9 lakh crores of rupees. Capital expenditure is about the revised estimate of the fiscal deficit is 6.4% of GDP, adhering to the budget estimate. So budget estimates of 2023-24. Coming to 2023-24, the total receipts other than borrowings and the total expenditure are estimated at 27 0.2 lakh crores and 45 crores. The is estimated to be point fiscal consolidation, reaching a fiscal deficit of 4% by 2025-26, with a fairly steady decline over the period. We have adhered to this path. My intention to bring the by 2025-26. To finance the fiscal deficit in 2023-24, the net market borrowings from dated securities are estimated at 11.8 lakh crores. The balance financing is expected to come from small savings and other sources. The gross market borrowings are estimated at 15.43 lakh crores of rupees. Honorable Speaker, sir, I now move to Part B. Indirect taxes. My indirect tax proposals will aim to promote exports, boost domestic manufacturing, enhance domestic value addition, encourage green energy and mobility. A simplified tax structure with fewer tax rates helps in reducing compliance burden and improving tax administration. I propose to reduce the number of basic customs duty rates on goods other than textiles and agriculture from 21 to 13. As a result, there are minor changes in the basic custom duties, cesses and surcharge, including poised oils and naphtha. To avoid cascading of taxes on blended compressed natural gas, I propose to exempt excise duty on GST paid compressed biogas contained in it. To further promote impetus to green mobility, customs duty exemptions is being extended to import of capital goods and machinery required for manufacture of lithium ion cells for batteries used in electric as well. Electronics, as a result of various initiatives of the government, including phased manufacturing program, mobile phone production in India has increased from 8 crore units valued at about 900 crore in 2014-15 to 31 crore units valued at 2,70,000 crore in the last financial year. Relief to customs duty. I propose to provide relief in customs duty on camera lens and continue the concessional duty for a year. Similarly, to promote value addition in manufacture of television, propose to reduce the basic customs duty on part of themselves of T-bills to 2.5%. Electrical, to rectify inversion of duty to rectify inversion of duty structure and encourage manufacturing of electric kitchen chimney. The base chimney increased from 7.5% to 15%, and that on heat coils for these is proposed to be reduced from 20% to 15%. Chemicals and petrochemicals. Denatured ethyl alcohol is used in chemical industry. I propose to exempt basic customs duty on it. This will also support legislate endeavor for energy transition used on acid grade fluorospar from 5 to 2.5% to make the domestic fluorochemicals industry competitive. Further, the basic customs duty on crude glycerin for use in manufacture of epichlorohydrin is proposed to be reduced from 7.5% to 2.5%. Marine products. In the last financial year, marine products recorded the highest export growth, benefiting farmers in the coastal states of the country. To further enhance the export competitiveness of marine products, particularly shrimp, duty reduced on key inputs. India is a global leader, as I said in part A, in cutting and polishing of diamonds, contributing about 3/4 of the global turnover by value. With the depletion of deposits of natural, the industry is moving towards lab grown diamonds, and it holds huge promise. To seize this opportunity, I propose to reduce the basic customs duty on seeds used in their manufacture. Fees on dore and bars of gold and platinum were increased earlier this fiscal. I propose to increase the duties on articles made therefrom to enhance the duty differential. To align them with that on gold and platinum. The steel sector exists some basis for manufacture of geo steel and nickel cathode is being continued. Similarly, the concession BCD of 2.5% on copper scrap is also being continued to ensure the availability of raw materials for secondary copper producers who MSP sector. Basic rubber is being increased from 10% to 25% or 30 kg, whichever is lower, at par with that of natural rubber than latex, to curb circumvention of duty. Cigarettes. National calamity contingent duty on years ago. This is proposed to be revised upwards by about 16%. Direct taxes. I now come to my direct tax proposals. Honorable Speaker, these proposals aim to maintain and stability of taxation, further simplify and rationalize and provide tax relief to citizens. It has been constant and tax basis easy and smooth. Our taxpayers portal received a maximum of 72 lakh returns in a day, processed more than 6.5 crore returns this year. Average processing period reduced from 93 days in financial 13-14 to 16 days only now. We intend to refer the generation common return form for taxpayer convenience and also plan to strengthen grievance redressal mechanism. MSMEs and professionals. MSMEs are growth engines of our economy. Prices with turnover up to 2 crore of rupees and certain professionals with turnover of up to 50 lakh rupees can avail the benefit of presumptive taxation. I propose to provide enhanced limits of 3 respectively to the taxpayers whose cash receipts are no more than 5%, whose cash receipts are to support MSMEs in timely receipt of payments, post deduction or expenditure on payments made to them only when payment is actually made. Cooperation. Cooperation is a value to be cherished. In realizing our Prime Minister's goal for Sehkar Se Samriddhi and his reserve Amrit Kal, in addition to the measures proposed in Part A, I have a slew of proposals for the cooperation sector. First, shall get the benefit of a lower tax rate of 15%. As is presently available to new manufacturing companies. Secondly, I propose to provide an opportunity to sugar cooperatives claim payments made to sugarcane farmers for the period prior to the assessment year 2016-17 as expenditure. This is expected to provide them a relief of almost 10,000 crores. Thirdly, I'm providing a high limit of 2 lakh per member for cash deposits to loans in cash by primary agricultural cooperative societies and primary cooperative agriculture and rural development banks. I repeat that. Thirdly, I'm providing a higher limit of 2 lakh per member for cash deposits to and loans in cash by primary agricultural cooperative societies and primary cooperative agricultural and rural development banks. Similarly, a higher limit of 3 crore for TDS on cash withdrawal is being provided to cooperative societies. Startups. Entrepreneurship is vital for a country's economic development. We have taken a number of measures for startups and they have borne results. India is now the third largest ecosystem for startups globally and ranks second in innovation quality among middle income countries. I propose to extend the date of incorporation for income tax benefits to startups from 31/3/2023 to 31. I further propose to provide the benefit of carry forward of losses on change of shareholding of startups from 7 years of incorporation to 10 years. To reduce the pendency of appeals at commissioner level, I propose to deploy about 100 joint commissioners for disposal of small appeals. We shall also be more selective in taking up cases for scrutiny of returns already received this year. Better targeting of tax concessions. For better targeting of tax concessions and exemptions, I propose to cap deduction from capital gains on investment in residential house under Section 54 and Section 54F to 10 crores. Another proposal with similar intent is to limit income tax exemption from proceeds of insurance policies with very high value. Rationalization. Honorable Speaker, sir, there are a number of proposals relating to rationalization and simplification. Income of authorities, boards, and commissions set up by statutes of union or state for the purpose of housing, development of cities, towns, and villages, and regulating and developing an activity or matter is proposed to be exempted from major measures in this direction are removing the minimum threshold of 10,000 for TDS and clarifying taxability relating to online gaming, not treating conversion of gold into electronic gold receipts and vice versa as capital gains, reducing the TDS rate from 30% to 20% on taxable portion of EPF withdrawals in non-PAN cases and taxation on income for market-linked debentures. Other major proposals in the bill relate to the following: extension of period of tax benefits to funds relocating to IFSC, GIFT City till 31/3/2025, decriminalization under Section 276A of the Income Tax Act, allowing carry forward of losses on strategic disinvestment, including that of IDBI Bank, and providing EEE status to Agnivir Fund. Personal income tax. Now I come to what everyone is waiting for. Personal income tax. I have major hard-working middle class. The first one concerns rebate. Currently, those with income up to 5 lakh do not pay any income tax in both old and new regimes. I propose to increase the rebate limit to 7 lakhs in the I propose to increase the rebate limit to 7 lakh in the new tax regime. Thus, persons in the new tax regime with income up to 7 lakhs will not have to pay any tax at all. The second proposal relates to middle class individuals. I had introduced in the year 2020 the new personal income tax regime with 6 income slabs starting from 2.5 lakh. I propose to change the tax structure in this regime by reducing the number of slabs to 5 and increasing the tax exemption limit to 3 lakhs. The new tax rates are 0 to 3 lakh, nil. 3 to 6 lakhs, 5%. 6 to 9 lakhs, 10%. 9 to 12 lakh, 15%. 12 to 15 lakhs, 20%. And above 15 lakhs, 30%. This will provide major relief to all taxpayers in the new regime. An individual with an annual income of 9 lakhs will be required to pay only 45,000 rupees. This is only 5% of his or her income. It is a reduction of 25% on what he or she is. An individual with 50 rupees would be required to pay only 1.5 lakh or 10% of his income or her income, a reduction of 20% from the existing liability of rupees. My third proposal is for the salaried class and the pensioners, including family pensioners, for whom I propose to extend the benefit of standard regime. Each salaried person with an income of 5 rupees or more by 52,500 rupees. My fourth announcement in personal income tax is regarding the highest tax rate, which in our country is 42.74%. This is among the highest in the world. I propose to reduce the highest surcharge. I propose from 37% to 25% in the new tax regime. This would result in the maximum tax rate to 39%. Lastly, the limit of 3 lakh rupees for tax exemption on leave encashment on retirement of non-government employees when in the government was only 30,000 rupees per month. In line with the increase in the government salaries, I am proposing to increase this limit to 25 lakh rupees. We are also making the new income tax regime as the default regime. However, citizens will continue to have the option to avail the benefit of the old tax regime. Apart from these, I'm also making some other changes as given in the annexure. As a result of these proposals, revenue of about 38,000 crore to 37,000 crore in direct taxes and rupees 1,000 crore in indirect taxes will be foregone, while revenue of about 3,000 crore will be additionally mobilized. Revenue is about 5 crores annually. Honorable Speaker, sir, with these words, I commend the budget to this August House.
आइटम नंबर 1 माननीय आइटम नंबर 2 श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी।
Sir, with your permission, I lay on the table of the following statements. Under Section 3.1 of the Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management 3.1 medium-term policy cum fiscal policy strategy statement and macroeconomic frame statement.
अन्य सदस्यगण, जैसा कि आपको समाचार भाग 2 के माध्यम से पहले ही सूचित किया जा चुका है कि माननीय हार्ड कॉपी के रूप में उपलब्ध कराई गई है। आप बजट भाषण की अपनी अपनी प्रति प्रकाशन फलक से ले लें। आपको यह भी सूचित किया जाता है कि माननीय मंत्री द्वारा बजट प्रस्तुत किए जाने के पश्चात उसकी प्रतियां आपको मेंबर्स पोर्टल के माध्यम से उपलब्ध करा दी जाएगी। आइटम नंबर 3 माननीय मंत्री जी। वित्त मंत्री जी।
Sir, with your permission, I rise Finance Bill 2023.
प्रश्न ये कि विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना कहें, मेरे विचार में हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हाँ वालों के पक्ष में माननीय मंत्री जी विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करें।
So I introduce the bill.
सभा की कार्रवाई कल गुरुवार दिनांक 2 फरवरी 2023 को प्राप्त 11 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।